about this time on Wednesdays that we spend a little time chatting with our friend and attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. It's Ask the Lawyer at Kicks Country 92.9. And maybe today's the day that we get an answer for the question that you submitted. We'll find out what that's all about momentarily. I kind of hope not, just so you know. But let me first introduce to you the man of the hour, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Hi, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you doing this morning?
Just fine, and how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
Doing well.
Good. Glad to hear it. I said a moment ago, I kind of hope it isn't you, referring to almost anybody that sent in today's question, because it is so tragic. But at the same time, it's an important life lesson for all of us who have kids and pools. So you might even be ahead of me here as to think where we might be going. Are you ready for today's question?
I am ready, Todd. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, here we go. It says, my friend left his 2-year-old son with his cousin who lives in a condominium. Tragically, they found the little boy had fallen in the condominium's pool. They called an ambulance, and someone who knew CPR was able to revive my friend's son. Unfortunately, he was underwater for a while and suffered brain damage. He will require a lifetime of care, including physical and mental rehabilitation. It turns out the cousin fell asleep, and my friend's son was able to leave the ground floor condominium. Once out of the condo, he went through the broken gate that accesses the condo pool. My friend is devastated, has no idea how he's going to pay for his son's therapy and medical treatment. Is there anything a lawyer can do? If I ever heard a case in which legal help is necessary, this is it. What do you make of the situation?
You know, it just makes me sad to think about it. It's the most tragic thing that happens to kids in Florida. It's one of the biggest causes of death for young children in Florida, drowning. You know, it's so preventable. It's just a horrible, horrible situation.
And I hated to present it even, but it is something that we can have a takeaway from about being cautious with our kids in pools, though.
Yeah, you've got to be so cautious.
Right.
And, you know, I've got 2 little grandchildren. And, you know, the first thing that I insist on is teaching those little kids how to swim. So, you know, they wouldn't be in that situation.
Right.
But, turning to the facts that you mentioned today, number one, you know, obviously the condominium owner, his cousin is negligent, for allowing the child to get out of the condominium. You know, normally condominium owners have homeowners insurance.
Yes.
And that would apply and that would help.
Okay.
In a big way. But also, there's almost in every municipality, every county, there's a regulation that requires a fence around the pool. And apparently this was broken.
Right.
So the condominium association would bear responsibility for not having the appropriate fence around the pool.
Okay. Yeah, we saw that instantly. Even as lay people, we saw that as a huge area of negligence.
Yeah. Again, it's such a tragic situation, but these people need to call an experienced personal injury lawyer ASAP so they could, you know, get the investigators out, track down any witnesses, and establish the facts. But, you know, it just tears at my heart to hear a story like that.
Yeah, that's something that we were kind of kicking around, too, that the gate was broken. Maybe they repaired it almost instantly. Maybe it's still broken, but at some point it's going to get fixed. You need to kind of get some photos and that kind of thing, investigate it right now, I would think, as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and also it'd be good to get an expert out there to, you know, just check the fence and survey the situation.
Right. And that's where a legal professional comes into play. So definitely there is something a lawyer can do, and this gentleman needs to go immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, as they say, and get to a legal professional for his son's behalf, because it does sound like a lifetime of care is going to be necessary, and that's going to be very expensive.
It is very expensive, and it's a tragedy to watch once healthy, normal child have to go through his life like that.
Yeah. All right, Bruce. Not our favorite of subjects to bring up, but nonetheless, like I said a couple of times, this is important for every parent, everybody who watches a child. In this case, it was like a babysitting situation. You got to watch them constantly around a pool. Bruce, thank you so much for your careful consideration. I know that your heart goes out here.
Thank you, Todd. Yeah, it's a tragic situation, and I'm happy to be able to weigh in on it and give my legal opinion.
Thanks again. Take care, and take care of the family. Hope everybody's still healthy. Everybody okay?
Everybody's doing well.
Good,
thanks.
good. All right. Say hi to the gang, and once again, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thank you, Todd.
Take care. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, with his thoughts on the question of the week. If you have a legal situation that is perplexing you, here's what you need to do. Give a call to their Port Charlotte office, the attorneys of Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates, and see what they have to say. They'll be glad to consult with you for free at 941-743-7777, 743-7777. Tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.